Okay, it's hard to believe, but my dad's Dear Meathead segment has been going on, well, nearly 7 years. On the Lost Zane recordings, I have a classic edition of Dear Meathead. He might have been a little sharper. You know, age tends to do that to you. He was only like 82 when what you're about to hear actually happened. He'll be 89 coming up very, very soon in March. But my gosh, classic edition of Dear Meathead for you with my dad from the old radio days on 107.3 WBBL. That is part of this FREEview of the Lost Zane recordings. The full show. I deliver 2 episodes, full shows from the BBL days on my Patreon. I'll have them until I can't do them anymore, until I run out. You know, my run there was only like 2 years, 9 months, but what the hell? So here you go. I've got the FREEview for you. Full show is on patreon.com/Eric Zane. Listener supported, ad-free Patreon. Great way to keep the podcast growing is by signing up for a $5 or $10 a month Patreon subscription, which gets you 11 bonus episodes a week. I pour a lot of time and energy and effort into that thing, and I hope you check it out, and I hope you enjoy it. If not, that's cool, too. I just appreciate you listening to this. Okay, enjoy the FREEview of the Lost Zane Recordings Classic Edition of Dear Meathead.
Father of mine.
800-785-1073 if you want to talk to Dad on Dear Meathead. Brought to you by Signature Investigations Group. 800-785-1073. In fact, I'm put these couple on hold here. I'm assuming it's the usual suspects. You got any questions for Dad? We'll bring him in right now. Hi, Dad.
Here's some Farsi speaking. You want to hear it now?
No. I told you, I gave you a heads up. I said at some point I'll bring that up. But no, you don't have to speak Farsi yet.
Okay, no English speaking.
Can you put Joanne on for a second?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Joanne.
Hi, honey.
What did I say to him off the air? You heard it.
Yeah, I know, and I told him here. I said, "Please wait for the question."
Yeah, I tipped him off. I said, "We have a question coming in. Someone wants to hear you speak Farsi."
Yes.
And then you heard that, and he heard that. So then I put him on the air. You want me to speak Farsi?
He's scared he'll forget, I
think. What a build-up, huh? All right, very good. Thank you. We'll be listening for you laughing in the background as we do Dear Meathead.
Okay, here he is.
All right, Dad. Welcoming you back.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. We have a lot of questions here for you, Dad.
Uh-oh.
This one writes, Dear Meathead, students at a local high school are losing their minds because they can't decorate their graduation caps. They're not allowed to. What would you tell them? Writes Ben. Dad?
Well, if someone's made a rule and it's a superior person over you,
yes,
you just got to follow the rule. Simple.
Yeah, that's what it seems. It seems like there's a lot of people who are quite upset about it, and there's some whining going on. But that's the rule, and the principal's sticking by it. It's kind of a local story bubbling under here.
Well, the problem is, what's wrong with the principal?
Well,
I mean, what kind of reason does he give the people that they cannot do certain thing that is their passion?
They don't want to put bad words on it.
Yeah, he's afraid that somebody's going to put something nasty on it, I think.
Well, that's terrible. That's bad news.
So
yeah, I don't blame the principal for that reason.
1-800-785-1073. If you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, Dad, say hi to Jeremy.
Hello, Mr. Jeremy. How are you, my favorite?
Hey, Meathead. How's it going, buddy?
Eric just cried a little.
Not bad.
He was never called the favorite.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Well, my question is, a few weeks back we had a bad windstorm, and it blew some branches down. And we got a pretty big, fairly large branch in my backyard that's touching the ground, still connected to the tree. I've never operated a chainsaw before, and I think I'm finally going to get to it. I just was wondering if you can give me some tips on how to properly do it without injuring myself.
There it is. Dad, you know.
All right. Jeremy, do you know how to start that?
Yes.
Okay. While you're starting, definitely keep a distance between the chainsaw that you're going to start and your body.
Okay.
It's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
It has a kickback and all that. So keep it away from your body by maybe 14, 16 inches. And then really, I learned to do it instead of like the professionals started. I put it down on the ground, put my foot on that little opening that you hold it with your hand. Keep your body away from it, and then start cranking up. When it starts right away, well, then you just get your foot away from it and hold it away from your body at all times.
Key thing. Don't let blade touch body.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Jeremy,
I hope this will help, and you don't cut no limbs or nothing off.
Yeah, Dad. All right, Jeremy. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Love you, Meathead.
All right, man.
Love you too, guys.
800-785-1073. Hey, love you too, guy.
It'd be funny if he put his foot in that little slot and he fell backwards in the chainsaw.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope not. I've never used a chainsaw. I don't plan on it.
Dad, we have, let's see, it's Drew in Saratoga Springs, New York, writes, Hey, guy, I was wondering if you could embellish us with some of your devil speak. Here you go, Dad. This is what we planned.
What's a devil speak?
Well, that's his funny.
Farsi?
Yes, that's his funny way of saying one of the languages.
Manem Rouge.
What?
Mitunam ke. I losing my mind. Manem Rouge. Mikham Bokhoram.
Yeah.
A little bit of food.
I said Boko Haram.
Just as I spoke, I said, I'm going to eat some food today.
What's harder, Armenian or Farsi?
And this is Farsi. Armenian would be totally different. The alphabet is different. The language is different. You want me to say something in Armenian?
Say it in pure devil.
Pure devil says...
Yeah.
Emruz, no, that's Parsi. Yesuzum vor mehat mekich kirakur utem. I want to eat some little bit of food. It's all food.
Dad, Amy writes this. Dear Meathead, I hope you are well and enjoying the spring weather. My question for you this week is this. My almost 13-year-old would love to go to a heavy metal concert. And I'm wondering if it's appropriate to take a 13-year-old girl to a heavy metal concert. She writes, and Julius, before you speculate, it's some weird foreign metal band called Sabaton. No, I don't know how she got into it, and no, I don't like them.
You might want to look into that.
She said, yes, they do stink. Back to the question. The group is playing at a small venue nearby. I'm worried about exposure to various, elements that a 13-year-old would witness, drugs, etc. Her father, mild-mannered that he is, would be attending the concert with her.
Oh, boy.
Your thoughts? Signed, Amy.
Well, Amy, so many people, especially young people, go to these concerts, and they really do get way out of line. And God knows, I remember I went to one concert of Bob Seger's, and I'm strongly believing that there was a lot of dope and all that jazz going around.
Yeah, marijuana.
A huge audience. Of course, being very adamant about my thoughts of drugs and all that, it didn't affect me in any way.
You didn't like it?
But I did not like that activity. However, it was a great show.
You mean to tell me when you would get spiffed up and dressed up like Larry going to the Regal Beagle back in the day, you wouldn't burn a fat one?
No, I have never done that. I never will. To me, drugs are just taboo, and people, young kids, it irritates me to see kids go down the wayside by using drugs and all that. So.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, a 13-year-old person tied up with a group of 13s also, or 14 years old, and they kind of lose themselves, and God knows the things that goes on, and it could really affect them. Unless a parent's right there hanging on to the child, no, I don't really prescribe that for youngsters to go to concerts.
I think
like white supremacists.
I think, do they? Does the band look weird? Well,
it's either I'm not too worried about the drugs. It's more of the devil worship / white supremacy.
The ideology. Dad will be there with her, so that's the big caveat. So maybe that'll be okay. Thank you for the question.
That'll be good.
Nerdy-ass old white dude is going to go to this
Yeah. Boy, I'd be worried that she's into that. Okay, it's time to cut through the clutter with all of the information about online betting. MyBookie. That's all you need to know. MyBookie. New year, new you. When I say new you, I mean because you're going to MyBookie. Give yourself a fresh start with MyBookie. Whether you bet to earn, which some people do because they're good at it, or just to have some fun, MyBookie gives you the most for your money with their redesigned deposit bonus. Just use promo code ZANE on a deposit of $50 or more to receive a cash bonus instantly to your MyBookie account. Try it out. MyBookie. Promo code ZANE. Using this bonus is simple. Bet your deposit amount just once and you're ready to cash out. It's no strings attached with MyBookie. Promo code ZANE. Bet on the NFL, UFC, play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly online blackjack tournaments. You name it, MyBookie has you covered. With so many brands to choose from, you need a platform that makes it simple to bet and win. Like MyBookie, promo code ZANE. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Okay, I feel like I've made it because every time I turn on whatever podcast, the big famous shows are talking about HelloFresh. Well, guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I've partnered with HelloFresh. Now, I've experienced this myself, and I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Holy cow. You just pick what you want to eat. The box shows up at your house with everything you need to make an absolutely fantastic meal. How often have I talked with you about how much I love to work in the kitchen and make fantastic meals? But the problem with that is there's a little bit of extra work involved with like the research and then going to the store and then buying all the stuff. And then like life gets in the way and you never make it and everything rots in the fridge and it's all stupid and you hate your life. And then you never do it again. And then you eat like a jackass. Well, how about we forget all of that and you just open up your door, walk outside and grab a box filled with particular portions, exact sizes of what you need to make some of the best food you will ever have. And it's like you're a star because you plate the food and then you pass it off to your family. And they're like, who are you? We had no idea you had the ability to make such great food. That's because they specifically tell you the instructions for each of the fantastic meals that you can make with HelloFresh. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is great. So all this time you've been going out, you've been eating out, you've been spending a ton of cash. How about you make gourmet recipes and you do it? Maybe you do it as a process with other members of your family. It's so much fun, man. Forget about spending all that money on expensive food. Make fast, fresh, amazing recipes with HelloFresh. My gosh, you got to do this. The box shows up and then off you go. Man, I love HelloFresh. This is what I want you to do. I want you to try it out. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane21. 21 because that's what I look like. I'm 21. HelloFresh.com/Zane21 and use the code Zane21 and then you get, you guessed it, 21 free meals plus free shipping. What a deal. If you're listening to me right now and you don't try this, you're crazy. We're giving you free food. HelloFresh.com/Zane21. Use the code Zane21 and 21 free meals plus free shipping. It doesn't get more perfect than this. My gosh, I love you. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Okay? I love HelloFresh. You will too. Check it out online. HelloFresh.com/Zane21. Use code Zane21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Go do it. This is Megan. Megan.
No way.
Hey, Dad, say hi to Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hey, Meathead, love you.
Love you too. How's it going?
I got a good one for you.
Go ahead.
My 16-year-old daughter is into girls versus boys, and she wants to spend spring break at her girlfriend's house for the whole week.
do you think there's a difference between her spending the night with her girlfriend versus if it was a boyfriend?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a toughie. He's sending your kid. Where does your girl have to go?
Okay, stop it. She's what's happening there, Dad? I don't know if you heard it. Megan,
has a boy, right?
Her 16-year-old is a young lady, correct, Megan?
Yes.
And she is.
Megan right now.
She wants to go hang out with a girlfriend because of she's into girls, not boys, and Megan wants to know if that's okay. Like for the 16-year-old will be with her girlfriend for extended time.
I mean, it's just a visit, right? I mean, there's no hanky-panky going on.
Finger blasted!
Who knows, right?
Well, I don't know. They'll be spending the night together because they'll be staying together for a whole week.
Well, you haven't seen any indication of anything erratic.
Well,
it should be all right for just a visitation. I mean, and you have to trust yourself and your child that everything is okay. Unless you have some sort of indication that something is not going to be okay, it'll be all right. But however, it's still too long to be away from home.
Check your
Maybe
panties.
3 days, 2 days, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little touch and go basis.
Yes,
So.
touch and go.
Breasts.
So what I'm getting then is she can't get pregnant, so there's no problem.
How is that she can't get pregnant? Due to illness or something?
No, Dad.
No, 2 girls.
Dad, it's 2 girls. It's a big yes.
Okay.
It's 2 girls.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But still, there's going to be different group. Some other people are going to be in there. I guarantee you that.
Okay. Okay.
Unless the parents are really watching it 24/7.
They might be watching for a different reason.
Yeah, that. Megan, I don't know if that clears anything up.
I wouldn't let it go
Thank
for
you
any more
very
than a
much,
couple of days.
Meathead.
Okay. All right. Beautiful, Megan. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sorry, Megan, I couldn't clear
No,
that air.
Dad, that's fine. You did great.
That was excellent.
You did exactly what you're supposed to do there.
Okay.
Dad, I got one more email for you, Dad. Sam writes this. Hey, Meathead. Hey, guy. Have you ever received a spanking when you were in school by your teachers? Eric just told the story that he got hit when he was in 6th grade by a principal. And do you think that teachers should still be able to smack the kid if they're not behaving properly? Signed, Sam.
Mr. Sam, I'll tell you, my days of growing up and going to school is different than what you guys are going through here.
Yeah.
You have too many rights in America. Yes, I have. I have not been smacked
Yeah.
in the face, but I have. Our teachers had a trough under the blackboard full of water, and they had long sticks, branches from a tree that soaks in water all the time. When we were nasty in the classroom, you'd hold your hands up in the air, and the teacher start hitting you in your hands.
Ooh. And that was
hit you so hard that your hands will bleed.
That was
in my case. I got hit once. I was so mad that I punched the teacher at age 14, jumped out of the window, and ran away.
That was in Iran. I think you told us that story once before.
Yes, and I'll tell you, if I saw that guy right now, I'd shoot him. America's got guns.
So the follow-up was
really, but I really would have done some damage.
So can they? Do you think the teacher should be able to discipline?
No, sir, not physically at all. The teacher should be in control of his emotions.
Yeah.
Put the kid out in the hallway there to go to see the principal, and then call in the parents if things are that acute. So.
All right, Dad. Well, that does it again. You did not let us down. It was another great round of Dear Meathead.
Well, sorry I had a stutter in some of these things, but anyway, thank you. I appreciate the offer of allowing me to speak to the public.
You did great. And I was just out visiting Asperia Healthcare with donuts yesterday, and the guy who was the recipient of the prize is a huge fan of yours. Everybody's a fan, Dad.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Dad.
I appreciate the offer of being on your show, and We'll keep it up as long as I'm wanted.
Okay, Dad, you're wanted. Love you very much, okay?
Right, you have a great day, you and your crew.
Okay, love you, Joanne.
Love you too.
Okay,
Bye.
see ya. Bye-bye.
You know we'll have a good time then.
All right, we got to have a post-moment powwow. There's a lot going on there, huh, Ben?
Sounds like some scissoring's going to be going on.
Yeah.
Jesus. I instantly
That's
regret
arts and crafts.
putting your mic up. She seemed to take it in stride.
That was so good.
All right.
Dun, dun. I think your dad was confused about lesbians.
I think so. No matter how many times we said it, he seemed to struggle with that. Did he not?
How can't she get pregnant? Is she sick or something?
That is it. My FREEview of the Lost Zane Recordings Classic Edition of Dear Meathead. Full show on my Patreon. Listener-supported, ad-free Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thank you so much. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.